Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. Well, hello and welcome back to Bowtie Life. If you've been following along, welcome to this next part of talking about using lighting that you might find at your big box store and the best lighting to use in your grow lights. Now, grow lights. First off, let me qualify this, okay? We are not talking about those grow lights that you get in the garden center that are specific for growing plants. Those kind of lights actually release a very wide spectrum of lights, and are different than what we're gonna talk about. What I'm talking about is going down to Walmart, picking up some light bulbs and putting them over your plants and wondering why they're not working. Now, there's two parts to this that are extremely important, but the first part we're gonna talk about is the Kelvin. Now, if you haven't seen the previous couple of parts, go to the playlist that I'm going to leave in the cards on the top left. If you're on a device that can watch that, there will also be a link at the end of the video to the whole playlist, so you can kind of get the whole gist of everything going on. However, we're going to talk about going down and picking a light bulb, a standard light bulb, and looking at that little panel on the box and figuring out what Kelvin you need. Now, we've already talked about we've got 2700 Kelvin, we got 4000 Kelvin, we got 5000 Kelvin, we got 6000 Kelvin here. Now, according to the Center for Remote Imaging, Sensing and Processing, CRISP, it's out of Singapore University, they say that the sun shines outside the atmosphere through space at about 5900 Kelvin, which is about what this is right here. This is 6000 Kelvin. Okay, it looks like it has a lot of blue, and if you go out in space and look at the sun, don't do that, but if you go out in space and look at the sun, it's going to look bluer than what it looks like when we're outside. Now, it does look a little bit blue. In fact, according to NASA, the color temperature of the sun hitting the surface of the earth after going through our atmosphere is 5780 Kelvin. Okay. I've heard a little bit of variation in that, but it's pretty close to that. So the purpose of getting grow lights is trying to approximate the sun on your plants and on your seedlings, and hopefully to get them to grow better and be more powerful. Now, if you go up here and choose your old incandescent bulbs to grow your plants with, you're really not getting the full effect that's close to what the sun is. So really, this is a 5000, this is 6000. Ideally, I want to look for a bulb that's as close as I can get to 5780 Kelvin. Well, that's this one right here. So when I'm down at the store looking for a grow light, I want something that's somewhere between 5 and 6000 Kelvin. 5500 is great. 6000 is great. The nice thing about LEDs, the reason why LEDs are so great now, number one, of course, they use a lot less power, but they can design with the way they manufacture the LEDs, they can design them to go at the very specific color temperature that you want. Now, if you want to see the discussion about these color temperatures in your home and how it affects the brain, go back and look at the last video. I'll leave a link in the cards. I'll leave a link at the end of this video. But if we're just talking about grow lights, we want to approximate, get as close as we can to the sun. And right in this range, this 5700 range, 5500 to 6000 Kelvin, it's as close as we can get. If you're finding 5000 Kelvin, it doesn't mean it's not going to work. If you're finding 8000 Kelvin, I don't know, can you find those? They might be expensive because that's not really the norm. But if you find 8000 Kelvin, okay, that's a little bit too far on the other side. I don't know, maybe it will work, but it's a couple thousand off from what the plants are looking for when they're sitting out in the garden getting direct sunlight. So if you get 4000 Kelvin, that's about the same as getting a 7000, but it's on the opposite end of the scale. You want to look at that 5 to 6000 Kelvin range. Now, this is not the only thing. The next video, we're going to talk about brightness. Lumens. You've seen the lumens on there. What does it mean? Is it watts? No, it's not watts. It's not the color temperature. The lumens is very specifically the brightness. So in the next video, we're going to have the same scene behind me, but we're going to have different brightnesses up here. And we're going to talk about those lumens real quick, because the lumens is extremely important when picking some of these lights for your grow lights. Again, we're not talking about those things that you buy at the garden center that are very specifically grow lights. Those give other spectrums of light. They're great. Hey, I really can't wait till I can afford to buy one. I would love to have a real high dollar setup one day, but I can't do that right now. I can't justify in my brain spending that much money on lights. And so I'm gonna go with what I can find in the lighting department down at Lowe's. So anyway, if you found this informational, educational, or entertaining, hey, I got it that time. Please click subscribe, click the thumbs up, share on your social media. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much for watching. Everything helps. These are free things that actually help grow the channel. Now, this channel is my own personal journal of things that go through my brain and information I want to get out there, but you're welcome to join along. And we're trying to grow this community. So if you have any questions about this, please feel free to comment in the comments below. If I don't know, I'll let you know. I don't know, okay? But I might be able to find it. I like messing around with this stuff and learning this stuff, and, you know, it's fun for my brain. I don't know that it's going to be fun for my brain in another 20 years, but right now it is, and I'm still enjoying this, this whole process of learning. So, yeah, we talk mostly about gardening, sometimes about life, and other stuff like this. And so all that being said, there's only one last thing I ever say in my videos, and that's have a blessed day.